Hello, this is Dantalian Jones. Today I'm going to discuss the difference between hypnosis and trance. You'll find some very useful links about this topic in the area just below this video. Now, at the end of this video, I'll be asking you to click the like button because it is informative, it is entertaining, mostly, and because I asked you. So let's start. Many hypnotists use the word trance and hypnosis as if they meant the same thing. And for many hypnotists, they are interchangeable and they do mean the same thing. In this mind control video, I'd like to propose there is a difference between trance and hypnosis and describe the differences. You'll also get an understanding as to why the distinction is important. The differences between trance and hypnosis are subtle because they both occur when the subject has his eyes closed and is relatively motionless. The two states of hypnosis and trance are very subjective too, meaning that they are internal mental states and not something that is always outwardly observable. There are, however, certain tests that a hypnotist can use to determine whether it's trance or hypnosis or a combination of both. But before I go into the difference between trance and hypnosis, I'd like to make clear that both of these states are very important and useful. Much change can be done in trance. However, there are some limitations and I'll describe them here. Here are some of the differences between trance and hypnosis. Trance is associated. Hypnosis is disassociated. In trance, the subject is aware of themselves and feel as though they are in the experience. Hypnosis is very loosely associated. Sometimes it is completely disassociated. One way the hypnotist disassociates their subject is to give something for the conscious mind to focus on or to do, while the hypnotist instructs the subconscious mind in new behaviors. Another way of thinking about it is that in trance the subject can reflect upon what they are experiencing, while in hypnosis they are totally in the experience, and there is no part of their awareness that is reflecting back on the experience. In trance, the subject can evaluate the instructions. In hypnosis, instructions are simply followed without evaluating them. Much of what happens in trance is state dependent. What that means is that the subject will respond as he or she is instructed, but often they will have to be in that particular state of trance to get the response that they wanted. For example, the subject may be instructed in trance to respond to stressful situations with a sense of calm and poise. Using trance alone, some subjects may not be able to respond in this way unless they already have access to that state of calm and poise. That's what is meant by a response being state dependent. This is not always the case with trance, however, it does create a limitation. Trance is a typical component of affirmations, and anyone who is familiar with affirmations knows they must be repeated regularly and over a long period of time to create the benefits. That is because trance is transient. It changes, and we are always going out of one trance and into another type of trance. Now, the model of the mind that includes this distinction between trance and hypnosis would go something like this. The mind is in two parts. The first is the very teeny conscious mind that can only focus in on one or two or three things at a time. And the second is the huge subconscious mind. The conscious mind is only that part of the mind that is aware of what we are doing, and it includes the things we tell ourselves that we want. The subconscious mind includes everything else, like memories, values. It includes the control of blood flow and digestion. It holds all of our habits and compulsions, and about 2 million other processes that are simply on automatic. What separates these two parts of the mind are a series of filters, because the conscious mind can only focus on a very small number of things at one time. An example of a filter is a belief. If you believe that you are bad at math, then those filters will work to demonstrate it. But if you change that filter to believe that you are good at math or that math is fun, a whole different series of experiences are going to take place for you. The more filters in place, the more you are in a trance state. But remove the filters, and you can now make a huge change at the subconscious level. That is hypnosis. Because trance is an associated state, there is an ability to evaluate the instructions that are given and possibly reject them. By comparison, in hypnosis, there is barely enough conscious awareness to remember what happened as an experience, but there is no ability to evaluate it or reject it. In other words, in hypnosis, what's being described is real. How I and a few other very skilled hypnotists use this difference between trance and hypnosis is to create a very wonderful, compelling, and powerful trance. This trance is so rich with beautiful images, incredible feelings, amazing sounds that the conscious mind is totally absorbed. I then instruct the hypnosis subject to focus their total awareness on the details of that trance. The next step is to use hypnosis to address the subconscious mind. Having used this particular process quite some time, I'm still amazed and impressed at the results. The hypnosis subject absolutely knows something significant is taking place. Often, because their conscious mind is so intensely focused on all the wonderful qualities of the trance, they often have limited memory, sometimes complete amnesia about the instructions that were given to the subconscious mind. If you want more information on this process or on language patterns, there is a link that you will find below this video. Remember to like this video now and to share it with your friends because, like I said, it's informative, it's entertaining, mostly, and because I asked you.